Ordered.
18-hour-56.
Thank you so much. Mr. Matlala, maybe let me just start here. You testified earlier that General Nguwa had attended a wedding of a metropolitan executive.
Yes.
Now I know you're telling the truth because I was at that wedding. In fact, I think I spent some time with General Nguwa. Is it your testimony that attending a wedding constitutes corruption?
No, I'm saying the association. If it was me, some general from SAPS attending my wedding, it was going to be a big problem. But because of she attended the wedding of their darling, nothing was ever said about that.
Okay, I'll come back to that because you make some other claims around that. Mr. Matlala, are you an honest man?
Yes, I am.
You're sure you're an honest man?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Yesterday when you were testifying, you told us you had 9 children.
Yes.
Are these children with your wife?
Yes, some are with my wife and some are not.
Okay. After you told us you had 9 children, you then said, I take care of all my children. Is that true, Mr. Matlala?
Yes, it's true.
Okay. So why did Miss Dora Ledile Papo have to get a maintenance order for you to maintain your child?
Because she was making some demands which I couldn't agree with.
Okay, and the maintenance order was granted, right?
Yes.
Are you fulfilling the terms of that maintenance order?
I can't fulfill when I'm here because of my bank is closed.
No, but it was granted. You were supposed to start paying from the 1st of January.
I was paying even.
You was paying until you got here.
I was paying even upfront, and I was paying even more.
Okay. And then the child of Miss Lerato Kola, are you maintaining him?
Yes, I am.
Are you maintaining him?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so it is not true then when we hear that you told Miss Kola that she may as well just kill that child. You are never going to maintain the child. You don't see the child or anything of that kind.
That is not true. I cannot say that with my child.
So both Miss Papo and Miss Kola would not be accurate that you are not maintaining children.
Say that again?
Miss Kola and Miss Papo both would be able to testify that you are maintaining the children, Miss Papo, up until you got into prison.
Yes, they can.
You also testified that your VIP protection service only had 1 client, Mr. Msibi.
Yes.
Now, I went to the Instagram page of your VIP protection service. There, the company posts happily, Miss Lolo Mpepi, happy client. There's another beautiful happy client in a fur coat. Miss or Mr., I don't know, Yasir Bells and EJ Matthews, happy clients. Were those not clients of your VIP service?
Yeah, first of all, that is not, my company does not have Instagram page. I know that page it's a fake page. So I don't have Instagram page. I cannot post my clients on Instagram because what we're doing does not even allow us to do that.
So you ran a company, a protection service, separate from the security firm, that literally just ran on 1 client. Mr. Msibi must have been paying a lot.
No, yes, I'm okay. I will elaborate that more. When I say client, remember I think I've disclosed that I've got clients which are like shopping malls, but that is not VIP protection. That's something else. Schools, construction sites, and other things.
But is VIP protection part of it, or it's a separate
Part
company?
of security, yes.
Within the same company.
So I think when I was referring to client, I was referring for the VIP's protection side.
You also gave evidence yesterday. You were asked about conviction, and I think you've spoken to the issue of conviction many times today, and you said you had 1 conviction
Yes.
for the possession of stolen goods,
Yes.
which were a consequence of you buying and selling and what.
Yes.
And you still confirm that that is your only conviction.
Yes, it is.
Now, in the bail appeal to the High Court, the judgment there reflected, I think in paragraph 17, if I'm not mistaken, that it was common cause that you had a previous conviction of housebreaking and theft, and that is what you served 4 years in prison for. That's very different from the possession of stolen goods. So which is it? Did the court get it wrong?
Yes, I can explain that to you. The goods that I was arrested for. They were from housebreaking. So that's why I was charged for housebreaking, because the goods were from housebreaking.
But what were you convicted of?
Of
Was it
housebreaking.
possession of stolen goods or was it burglary?
Okay, they say on the charge sheet, it was housebreaking and possession of stolen goods.
So you were convicted for burglary.
Yes, I'll say that, yes.
Did you burglar? Is that where you were
I'm saying I bought goods which were from the burglary, and then I was convicted for that as well.
Does that seem plausible to you, though, Mr. Matlala, that an entire court would find you guilty of burglary, but when you were just in possession of stolen goods?
No, because I was charged for it. The court will work on what they have on the charge sheet. The charge sheet said, so I was telling that what was I arrested for. So the charge is something else. Even now I'm charged for...
And you were convicted for burglary?
Yes.
Okay. And you still maintain you're an honest guy, Mr. Matlala?
That's honesty.
No, it's two separate things that you said that don't speak to one another.
I think I didn't explain further that they can charge you for theft of motor vehicle even though they find you with possession of a stolen car, but they can charge you for theft of it as well.
Let's move on. So I want to ask about this issue of the lease agreement at the police college. Eh? So you got this lease in January 2024. Do you know the date maybe?
No, I don't know the date.
Okay. But let's say, for argument's sake, I mean, there were big days, 2nd of January, right? By the 19th of January, you've already instructed your lawyers that they must send a letter to the National Commissioner demanding eviction of, I think it was SAPS members from a building in a SAPS training college. What was the rush?
Because I have the lease agreement.
So you wanted to get in quickly, ne?
Come again?
You wanted to get in quickly.
Not to get in quickly. I wanted to occupy it, so no, not quickly.
Okay, you wanted to occupy it. Remind us again, you wanted to do what? You said something about training police who are at the college. Did you have that contract?
I don't need to have a contract. Already they were going to a hospital outside the college to get treatment. So if the hospital was there, I think it is common sense that they wouldn't waste time to go far when they can just get a hospital here.
I'm not sure if public procurement works like that, Mr. Matlala, because if SAPS is going to buy as SAPS, they need to have either a contract with you, or I don't know, were you going the RFQ like you were having in Tembisa? How were they going to buy from you? You said to Honorable Ngola, you are not a tender prophet. So how were they going to buy from you? If I just wake up, I go into a space where SAPS is and I say I am selling water, eh? They're not going to buy from me just because I'm there. So how were you going to get that contract if you were not preparing for the one that you didn't know was coming?
Even now, they don't have a contract with the doctors that are occupying that hospital, but they still go there. Then they get treated, but they don't have a contract with them.
So how are you going to get it? You are just going to go
the same way as
to the National Commissioner?
No. The same way as those doctors are getting it now, because they see that it's convenient for them to just get medical attention to these doctors that are in their vicinity.
Okay, you said earlier on to Honorable Malema that you took the shares of Medicare 24 Tswane and you placed them in a holding company. Which holding company is that?
You want the name?
Yeah.
It's Cat VIP Holdings.
So it's not Medicare with the white people?
No.
Are you a director shareholder in the Medicare of the white people?
Yes.
You are what exactly?
Not a director.
You are what?
Shareholder.
You're a shareholder then?
Yes.
Okay, so how much of Medicare, the holding company, do you own?
I used to own. I don't own it anymore.
When did you stop owning?
After my arrest.
So you just recently stopped owning?
Yes. Not owning. I'm saying owning shares.
Yes.
Yes.
How much shares were you owning in Medicare 24?
51%.
Okay. And you were not a director there?
No.
Explain to me this thing of president. So you are president of this white people's company?
Yes.
No, I just want to know what is that, because you went to great lengths to try and explain this franchise to us and how you were paying them. So you were like paying yourself on the other side. Can you just explain how that relationship worked? So they brought you in, made you president, gave you shares, and then they said, oh, you start your own company so that because you're black, you'll get business. Is that how it worked?
I will pay them for the management because they know about the industry. So their shares, they are worth for that management that they do for the company.
How much of the company did you own?
51%.
So why did you, I mean, if you're a majority shareholder, why did you then think it was necessary to go and open this subsidiary called Medicare Twan?
I've opened it before.
No, I'm not saying it's wrong. I just want you to tell us why you thought you should do that.
It's because of I wanted to help to explore my business on the side by myself.
All right. Then Jerry, you said you didn't do business with Jerry.
No.
Have you ever done business with Jerry?
Yeah, it was that contract in Fort, but it's not business. It's that I got a contract with him and then we were sharing the profits.
Okay. Now, you had a business with Jerry, Luxor Africa Brands. What was that about?
Yes, but now I own it myself. Him and it was not only him, it was him and the other friend of ours.
You said you've never done business with Jerry, so I'm just trying to understand. You register a company.
Yes, we were planning to do business. We opened a company because we wanted to do business, but that thing never materialized. And then they resigned, and then it was only me. So we've never done any business.
Okay. Now, when the police went to your house for the raid, they claim that they found the sheet in one of the employees' rooms, which looked very much like the sheet in the videos that were demanding ransom for Jerry. How do you explain that?
I don't need to explain it. I do not even understand how is that possible. Because first of all, this drug kingpin that they claim that I am, I will go to an extra mile of kidnapping someone, but somehow I forgot to arrange a safe house and end up putting someone in my own house where there is staff, there is children, there is my wife. What if they see that person there? So it's easy, it will be easy for them to go to the police. So that thing that they're saying, I see what they are up to, but it does not make sense to me.
So the correct way to do it would have been to put him in a safe house.
But it does not make sense. How can you kidnap someone and stay with him in your own house? It does not make sense, that thing.
How I understand it, Mr. Matlala, is that in one of your employees' rooms, there's a curtain that closes the window. That curtain is a sheet that is torn, the way that it's wrapped and whatever, is very much like where Jerry was. Now, I'm asking you, when you are told that this is where Jerry was, not what you should have done, safe house, when you are told, your view is what? This sheet maybe just looks like the other sheet?
I don't even think, I don't know, because I've never went to that room, but the people who are saying those things, from them, that is expected. There is a lot of things that I can share with you now, if you don't mind, to show you how, to which length they will go to try to implicate me to things that I did not commit.
No, maybe if I still have time, we'll come back to
Yes.
that. So, Brian Mokgotsi, has he ever done anything that has checked out? No? I get it, you started giving this guy money, you're giving him money up until 150 to 200,000. Did he ever do anything that made you trust him and think, yeah, let me give him more money? I mean, already he hasn't delivered, Minister Unu. Okay, so he didn't. No? Now, you said at some point that Minister Cele asked you how you got the contract.
Yes.
And you said you think that he was shocked by that, which I take it to mean that Minister Cele would not have been involved in you getting the contract. But then you then say, I'm not sure who says this to you, that Minister Mkhunu tried to backtrack on cancelling the contract. Do you remember saying that?
Yes.
Okay, how did he do this? Because this is the first time we're hearing that Minister Mkhunu tried to backtrack.
I'm saying that's what I heard from General Mkhwanazi.
Okay, and okay, he never testified that to us, and he didn't say to you how. So in these wars, these Zulu wars, it's possible that General Mkhwanazi is also just part of the war and saying things that, you know, he doesn't repeat in front of us about Minister Mkhunu.
I don't know, but I'm just saying that that's what I heard from him. That when there was in the police summit somewhere in Emperor's Palace.
Right, I'm going to ask you just very quickly because I'm really interested in this issue of this Rolex. Was the Rolex stolen or not?
Yes, it was stolen.
Okay. So did General Sibia say to you, go open the contract? Because, I mean, the case,
No,
because
that is-
that's the testimony we have.
That is not true.
So you didn't open this case about a stolen Rolex because General Sibia said it, nor did General Sibia write the affidavit.
No, that is not true.
When you meet with Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi at the Pearls of Mhlanga, why did you want the Hawks head Senona at the meeting with you?
Because I just thought, because he's in KZN, and then they both work together, maybe he might be comfortable with someone that he knows. I didn't want to go there by myself.
Who was supposed to be comfortable, you or General Mkhwanazi?
I'm saying General Mkhwana, I didn't want to go and meet him by myself. So I thought going with someone. Then I asked Mr. Tene that he must ask if I can bring someone, and then he asked who, and then I mentioned General Senona.
So what is your relationship with General Senona that, you know, you would feel protected when he's there?
He's like a big brother to me.
So you get in there with General Senona, you meet with General Mkhwanazi, you tell him what your issues are. Then he says, oh, okay, no, the first thing that he talks about is that he needs you to, what? Okay, so you say on paragraph 128, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi said he'll help you with your contract flow, but you needed to cooperate, ne? Because he was very close to General Nkua, who oversaw your contract. So what did you understand by him saying you needed to cooperate?
He explained further, but I understood that he said I need to give also them money so that they can work with me.
So are you accusing General Mkhwanazi of also seeking to extort money from you?
Not him. I'm saying he said I must work with General Nkua.
Okay, let me rephrase. Are you accusing General Mkhwanazi of encouraging you to do corruption?
I'm not accusing him. That's what he told me.
Now, you then further on paragraph 129, General Mkhwanazi is still on General Nkua. You say that General Mkhwanazi told you that General Nkua is possibly corrupt, she's got properties and things like that. From your evidence there, when you mention these properties that have been turned into B&Bs and what, would you say in Mhlambi the value of those things is over 100,000 rand?
Yes.
So section 34 of the Prevention and Combating of Corrupt Activities Act, right, imposes a duty on certain individuals to report corruption, fraud, theft, forgery, artery, etc. if the value involved is 100,000 rand or more. This particular section applies to individuals in a position of authority who know or suspect that these offenses have been committed, and failure to report is a criminal offense. I'm asking you now, are you saying General Mkhwanazi knew that General Nkua is corrupt, however, he did not fulfill his duty to report such corruption?
I'm saying General Mkhwanazi told me that General Nkua is getting money from the service provider that she was working with. And then she was even buying properties that she cannot afford.
So arguably then General Mkhwanazi himself is guilty of a crime of not reporting. I've read to you section 34 of PRECA.
Yes, I hear you.
Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi withdrew an allegation he had made against former Minister Cele, that Minister Cele provided you with banking details. Because we don't know what to believe anymore now. Did Minister Cele at any point provide you with banking details for the payment of any monies?
No, he never gave me any banking details.
On the 7th of February 2025, I'm just not sure where it is in the witness bundle, you sent a message to your friend, Mr. Mike Van Wyk. It's one of our friends from our Mlungus from Medicare, Mr. Mike Van Wyk.
You said when?
7th of February this year. Okay. You sent a message to Mr. Van Wyk, which contained extracts of an article about the arrest of the National Commissioner and Lieutenant General Kumar. Mr. Van Wyk then responds to you by saying not good. And then you respond by saying, it's actually good. My person is going to be the National Commissioner now. This is something that also General Mkhwanazi had testified about. Now, just to be sure, because your phone was tampered with, do you remember these messages?
No, I don't.
So are you disowning these messages?
Yes.
Let's assume that you know these messages are there, because I'm interested. Who would have been your person in this instance?
No, I don't know that message. I cannot even assume.
You cannot even assume. Maybe my final question, Mr. Matlala. Okay, I've got 4 minutes, so I'll ask this one very quick. Ekurulen, your friend there, Mr. Julius Mkhwanazi, you said you donated these cars. When was this?
I forgot the period. I think 2023. I think 2023 or 22. I'm not sure. I forgot.
What was the process that was followed for the donation?
I sent a letter of donation, and then they accepted the letter, and then that's when I donated the letters.
Did the municipality acknowledge? Did they declare in their financial statements the donation, anything of that kind? There is a process. Did they accept? Did they send you a letter accepting the donation?
Yes, those letters actually, they are with IPID because they came to my office to do the investigation.
Okay.
So we can confirm that with IPID.
So there are letters
Yes.
accepting.
And also the rejection letter when they said, no, you need to fetch your cars back, to send me a letter.
Okay. And who wrote those letters? Would it have been the
From
city manager?
I forgot.
So you testified that you've got special forces and task teams as part of your entourage. Do you have any other policemen or women on your payroll?
Payroll meaning
You pay
who
regularly.
works for me.
That you pay. They don't, yeah, they would work for you in different ways. Do you have other policemen that you have on your payroll?
Who are still in the police force or who works for me? I want to understand that.
Who are still in the police force that you regularly give money to? Okay. Let me stop there. Thank you very much, Chairperson. Thank you, Mr. Matlala.
Thank you.